Good morning, everybody. Welcome to week number 4. Actually, week number 4 starts on Monday, but an early welcome to week number 4 of EDU 600, Research Methods and Techniques. So, in week number 4, we are getting into the whole study of ethnography, which is really a branch of qualitative research in which the researcher embed themselves into the culture. Meaning, I could be interested in studying the culture of Goldman Sachs. And so for 3 months, I basically embed myself as a worker into their environment. And whatever I am, really I'm studying behaviors. But it's a form of qualitative research. One of the, the one research that comes to mind when I'm thinking about ethnography is the study of apes. Jane Goodall, she embedded herself in a really foreign, strange culture, but for years she studied the behavior of this one tribe, that's probably not the right word, of apes, and she became part of that. So that's an extreme example that went on for I don't know how many years, but that is ethnography. You embed, the researcher embeds themselves into the study area, so to speak. So it's a fascinating subject. We're still in week number 4, talking about qualitative research. By the way, this tree, it's the angel tree down outside of Charleston. It has no significance towards this week's materials. It's just probably one of my favorite trees. I'm one of those people at the base of it. It's huge. I don't know how many, it probably encompasses 3 acres in size. The crown, meaning the spread of the tree, is so big. So I digress. So the video I'm recording right now will be posted here when you get it. The goals for the week: understand the type of this research and the relation to interpretive frameworks, understanding how to evaluate this type of research for trustworthiness. Read chapter 4 and read this, or take a look at this video. The discussion forum this week is you read one of these 2 articles, and the 2 articles, I suggest you just look at the description of them and choose which ones you want to do. Maybe whichever one you have more interest in would be a good thing to look at. So what are the strengths and limitations, and how could you use ethnographic methodology to study your classroom small group? So that's the basis of what I'm looking for this week. Upcoming assignment, it doesn't happen until October 1st, which is, as you know, today is the 21st, so you have some time. I'll talk about that in a little more detail coming up here, and then I'll reinforce, or I'll once again announce that we will have a optional Zoom meeting coming up this week, Thursday at 6:30, which I sent out an announcement for that a few days ago. So that is the week in a nutshell. Now, I do want to just highlight a couple of things. I'll go up here to course resources, announcements. Right here, the announcements. I'm trying to announce the Zoom meetings with a little more notice so people have an opportunity to put on their schedule and/or change their schedule around if they want to attend. This is strictly a optional meeting, so nobody is expected to show up, but it's always great if people do. So at 6:30, here's the link. In this, we'll talk about the article capture assignment that's due on October 1st, or anything else. Anything else that you bring to the table, we will discuss. You might be, let me go back to the content area. Content area, discussion forum, article capture assignment. I'll click on this. So I encourage you to take a look at Chapter 17. You've already identified a topic in week number 3. For those that haven't chimed in yet on Padlet, please do so. I will have comments. As of yesterday morning, I was all up to date on commenting people that have already submitted their topic, and I will continue staying on top of that so you get some feedback. So if usually, or it can be as simple as this is a great topic, don't make it too narrow, don't make it too broad, whatever it might be. But the big thing is you have a topic at this point. That's going to drive your article capture 1 assignment. So the article capture form is here. I'll click on that so you at least get a, I have no idea why that's not opening, but I'll show you one that's already filled out. Let me go back. Okay, so there's that. No idea. This is an older computer I'm using. It's had some trouble opening that. I'll make sure that this does open for you. Let me go back to week number 4. Okay, so primary source documents. And if you come down, now don't worry, I have a lot of extra stuff on my screen, but what is a primary source document and how to find them? I encourage you to go into this link. What are primary and secondary sources? If you just think about it from the standpoint, a primary source research document is one that the researcher conducted the research and then they wrote about it. That would be primary source. I do a study, I write on it, and I publish it. That's primary source. Secondary source would be somebody else does the research, or many different researchers do the research. They do it, but I write about their work. That is a secondary source. So what's primary source? 2 videos that I put together on how do you even find primary sources. First of all, some professors don't like students using Google. I actually don't mind it because as a first step to see what the universe has out there for you, you can use Google. And I explain the process of doing just that with Google. And then, how do you find primary sources when you have a good topic? So I encourage you to take a look at that. Come down here, article capture exemplar, there's 1. So here's the form, there's 6. This is one person. She gave me permission to use these. All 6 of them are well done, formatted the correct way. So here's the form I showed you that didn't open on my computer. It's blank. So very simple. No need to beat this to death. Author's name, the date, title, journal title, volume, issue, pages, etc. Here's the correct APA formatting that I'd like you to use. This is called a hanging indent. If you have any question, please reach out to me. You can go to Purdue Owl APA formatting, excellent resource for APA formatting. But specifically, you can just Google hanging indent and it will tell you exactly how to do it. The link, this person put in the link, which is always beneficial. So if I have a question about the article, I can take a look at it, or you can actually you can send me the PDF also. The description. So what I'd really like in the description is telling me in your own words why this is a primary source. And this person said this is a mixed method study about the effectiveness. Oftentimes, things like, in the abstract, you'll read things like, this article summarizes 10 research articles. That is not a primary source. That just means that it could be a meta-analysis or it could be a secondary source where the author is summarizing people's work. in the abstract, oftentimes you read statements, sentences, this research, the purpose of this research was to blah, blah, blah. And they're very clear about either what type of research it is or in this research, but the research word usually is there. This research study, blah, blah, blah. So take a fine look at the abstract in each one of these. So let me go back. I have to get out of here. So that's the article capture assignment. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you cannot make the Zoom meeting on Thursday, but you want to talk something over with me beforehand, please reach out to me. I personally find the materials for week 4 stimulating, I think, because in my brain, ethnography is something that I can understand. It's, once again, the research embedding themselves into the culture. It could be somebody embedding themselves into a community of whatever it might be. It could be a suburban, urban community, and they are, rather than observing, they are part of. Which there's always, you might have heard once in a while, somebody that's conducting this research, the term is they go native, meaning they go too far into the culture. So they forget what they're doing as a researcher. So that is it. This article capture assignment, it's really just submitting the three articles based upon your topic and supporting it, telling about it in the one paragraph below, and also telling me specifically why this is a primary source document. Okay, everybody, 12 minutes. That's not horrendous, but I always would like to do it in less than 10, but there's a lot of information that I'd like to pass on to everybody. So any questions, let me know, and I hope you have a wonderful week. See you, everybody.